awesome crowd. I'm not nervous. I just want to say this is a great show. It's my first time here, and all the performers so far has been amazing. So let's have a little. I'm gonna test this out. The first time I heard hip hop, it was Tribe Called Quest, and it went something like, "Yo, microphone check 1 2. What is this? The 5-foot assassin with the roughneck business. I float like gravity. Never had a cavity. Got more rhymes than the one who's got family." And then there was Naughty by Nature saying, "I couldn't get a job, nappy hair was not allowed. My mother couldn't afford a sauce, she had to throw me out." Oh, and then there was Ladies Loving Cool James, who said, "I want a girl with extensions in her hair, bamboo earrings at least to there. You know the words, a Fendi bag and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get me in a good mood." Now there was girls too, there was girls, you know, there was Queen Latifah talking about UNITY and saying, "Who you calling a bitch?" And then there was Salt-N-Pepa talking about expression, making us talk about sex. There was even little TLC telling us you don't have to be too proud to beg, and left eye don't mean the rest of my body is irrelevant. But something about these black men and their experience was speaking to me. This 13-year-old white girl in the suburbs of Philly, originally from New Jersey, where people listen to people they nicknamed the Boss, who sounded like they've been chewing on rocks and you knew they had dirt under their fingernails. Or my hometown favorite, Bon Jovi, rocking out like "Shot Through the Heart and You're to Blame." I mean, these guys were cool, but they weren't talking to me. This discovery came in the most surprising of places, in the whitest neighborhood I've ever lived to this day, where if you wanted to see a black face, you had to cross the bridge to Trenton, and I wasn't allowed to cross the bridge to Trenton. This discovery came from the most obscure place, from a white boy named Jason Ballack, who would end up being my first love. And when I say white boy, Jason Ballack was whiter than me, blonde hair, light blue eyes. But when he handed me that first Tribe Called Quest mixtape that he had dubbed over his parents' doo-wop, from listening to Q102's nightly countdown and hitting pause at the commercial breaks and trying not to miss the beginning of the song because he had to go to the bathroom. Whew, that was my boy. And he introduced me to these boys. And somehow, this 13-year-old girl felt more connection to this black male urban experience than I had found anywhere else. Years later, I would go to school and get a degree in sociology and study culture and women's studies. That would lead me to a master's degree in women's and gender studies. I would identify as a feminist more than I identified as anything in my life. And I believe that that was a direct relationship to my love of hip-hop music. Now, people don't get this, especially in this day and age, because you know hip-hop, it's struggling. It's been through its ups and downs, and I'm not talking about pop. I'm not talking about the radio. So all you hip-hop heads out there know what I'm talking about. If anybody else needs to know, just ask somebody, and that somebody can be me. Jason Ballack and I didn't last too long, you know, maybe a year and a half. But Tribe Called Quest and I, we're still going strong. I cried when they broke up. I still have that Source magazine announcing it. I wonder every day what hip-hop in this world would be like if Biggie and Tupac were still alive, how they were leaders of a culture that just got caught under a bad rap of media bias and bullshit. But I know one thing's for sure, is that me, 13-year-old little Alicia Sawistrel, Polish white girl in the suburbs, fell in love with Jason Ballack because he showed up school with his clothes backwards and was like, "Crisscross gonna make ya, jump, jump, the mag that'll make ya." And I was like, oh my God! And that led me to my ultimate true love, which is myself. And I mean that in the best way of the word. And if you you want to learn about confidence, if you want to learn about truth, if you want to learn about life experience, you listen to some hip hop. Because when I start to think, I'm getting all nervous. Oh, I can't even think of it now. When I start to think, I sing into the paper and I sing, how's it go? My Rakim song, I'm fucking it up. I start to think, and then I sink into the paper like I was ink. When I'm rapping, I'm writing on time. The rhyme I create when I finish the rhyme. That's it, I'm just gonna stop there. Yeah.